Hello, you are welcome to pattern drafting with Lena. If this is your first time of seeing me, you are highly welcome, and if you are a return subscriber, God bless you. So today we are going to be drafting two-piece short and t-shirt. You are going to see it on your screen now. Short and t-shirt. So we are going to begin with the drafting of the short. This is my pattern paper. I have my ruler, my tape, my marker. So I'll be using marker because of it's a tutorial. I will be using marker so that it will be visible. So the first thing I'll be doing will be to take 2 cm top line. So I'm taking my 2 cm top line. You can see the t-shirt and short on your screen. So after taking my top line, the next I will be doing is to take my short length. Lest I forget, the measurement you need for this, you need your trouser waist, your length, short length, is short. You need your hip. You need the round of the short, where the short will get to, how wide you want it to be. Then you need your shirt length, you need your bust, the waistline, you need it too, but we won't be doing waist shaping. Then you need your shoulder, you need your sleeve length, you need your round sleeve, you need your across back and across chest. So this is me taking my short length. So I'm rolling. So after that, I will be coming down with the crotch line. To get the crotch line, you simply divide the hip measurement you are working with by 4. Let me take it again. To get your crotch line, or the crotch line for the person you are working with, you simply divide the hip measurement by 4. When you divide it by 4, you are going to be using it to form a square. You are going to be using that, whatever it gives you, that is the hip circumference divided by 4. We are going to be using it to form a square. So I'm taking it as a straight line so that I will take it to the other side, because this paper I will be drafting both the front and back. I'm rolling now. The crotch line. I will be using it to form a square now. I will connect it. So the next I'll be doing will be to get my hip line. To get the hip line, you divide from your top line to your crotch line into 3. Whatever it gives you, you start from the crotch area to apply it. You can see I started my measurement from down, not from up. So you apply from your crotch, not from your top line. So you connect. That is the hip line. The next you are going to be doing, you take the measurement from your crotch from your top line to your crotch line and get the midpoint. You will label it X, you will be using it. Next, you apply your crotch extension for back, because this is back. The crotch, how to get the crotch extension, you simply divide that measurement you use to form a square, you simply divide it by 2 for back. That is how to get your back crotch extension. That is quarter of your hip. Whatever quarter of your hip is, you still divide it into 2. That is the crotch extension for the back. This method is tested and trusted. I've been using this since 2020. So now is to get the crease line. To get the crease line, you simply take the measurement from your crotch, from your side. This is the other side to the crotch extension. That is from your crotch extension, the measurement you have on that line. You divide it into 2. Apply it also on your short length. If it's trouser, apply it on your knee line and also on your trouser length. If it's trouser you are making, that is how to get the crease line. The next is to apply the round of the short. That is how wide you want this short to be. If it's trouser, so how wide. So I wanted to, this one is a mistake. I'm not supposed to apply anything here, so it's a mistake. You will see I didn't do anything again. I realized I'm not supposed to put anything there. Sorry, I'm supposed to put it at the length, not on the crotch, not on the crotch line. So this is the round, that is how wide my short will be, divided into 4. We are going to divide it into 4. So this is the waist tightening. You tighten your waist by 2 cm. I'm using centimeters. So if you are using inches, you can do ½ inch or 0.75, connecting to that X. Now I'm blending from my crotch extension to meet up to that X, where we label X. So I'm going to connect from my crotch extension to my trouser, to my short length. If you have pant curve, you can use. I'm using a stretch ruler. So next I will do, I'm raising my waistline by 2 cm. Remember, 2 cm is my top line, so I just raise it to there, connecting it to the other side by knotting. I won't raise the other side. I'm raising only the center. This is the center back, that is the crotch area. I'm taking my band, 5 cm, equivalent to 2 inches. So we'll connect and we are done with our back bodies. We are done with our back pattern. This is it. Don't forget you are watching Lena Design and Fashion Academy. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So we are moving to the front. So we are moving to the front now. We are going to repeat almost the same thing. So we are using quarter of our hip to form a square, because we've already extended the crotch line to the front. So we are taking our hip line now, just the same way we did for the back. The back pattern and the front pattern are almost the same, just a little bit different. So the next, we are going to take the measurement from our point, our top line to our crotch line, to get the midpoint and also mark it X. So now I'm dividing to know the crotch extension for the back, for the front. The crotch extension for the front is quarter of our hip divided by 4 again. That is 1/8 of our hip. That is 1/8 of the hip circumference you are working with. How to get your crotch extension for the front: 1/8 of the hip circumference you are working with. Now I'm connecting to the X. The next is to get the crease line. I will mark it on the short length too. I will connect with a straight ruler. Crease line. So I've applied the round of my short length. I'm connecting to front pattern. The next will be to take our band 5 cm equivalent to 2 inches. So we are done with the short. We are done with the short part, so we will be moving to the front. Hope you can see it. This is it, front and back pattern. We are through with it. So we are coming in with our pattern paper for our bodies. The first thing we are going to be doing is to take our 2 cm top line. We are going to be taking our 2 cm top line. After this 2 cm, we'll proceed to another 2 cm at the center back. That is 2 for our center back. So don't forget you are watching Pattern Drafting with Lena. Please also follow me on my Facebook, Lena Moses. I also have a Facebook group, Lena Design and Fashion Academy, and also a page, Lena Design and Fashion Academy. So this is me taking another 2 cm for the CB, so that we'll proceed to our drafting proper. So after this, the first thing we are going to do is to put down our point O. Our point O is derived from our proportional table. So whatever point O you are working with, you put it down, starting from your top line. You rule and connect. After this, we are going to be putting down our shoulder line. The shoulder line is 3 cm standard. You start from your point O to put down your shoulder line measurement. After shoulder line, the next is the bust line. You are starting from point O again to put down your bust line. The bust line is also derived from our proportional table. So this time around, you are going to be taking the bust line to the center front. You can see that the point O and the shoulder line, we didn't take it to the front, but this bust line, we are going to be taking it to the front. We will extend it. We'll draw it across. This is me putting it down. So to get it, you will start from your top line to where you have that bust line at the back, so that you see the measurement you have all together. You put it down at this front so that you can connect it straight. And after the bust line, the next will be our nape to waist line. The nape to waist measurement. This nape to waist is for this particular pattern is optional, but it's still okay, because why I say it's optional is that we won't be doing a waist shaping. So if you did not put it down, it's still okay, but we will be putting it down. So the next is our nape to waist line. We'll start from our point O to put it down. Sorry, I didn't know my camera was not capturing the other side, but you will see what I'm doing. So this is me connecting it to the front because it has to get to the front too. After this will be our hip depth. The hip depth we are working with, you will apply it starting from your nape to waistline. This time around, you are not starting from your point, so you are starting from your nape to waistline to apply your hip depth measurement, because the measurement is also taken from our waist line on our body. So you mark it down, you roll. After the hip depth, you go back to your bust line. So you take the measurement from your point O to your bust line and get the midpoint. That is where your across back line is. So take the measurement from your point O to your bust line, whatever you have, get the midpoint and mark it and roll. That is where your across back is located. You label. So the next I will do is to come in from my center back, through my center back, on my bust line, my across back line, and also on my shoulder line with half measurement of the across back I'm working with, to form my armhole construction line. Let me take it again. To form your armhole construction line, you come in through your center back, on your bust line, across back line, and also on your shoulder line with half measurement of the across back you are working with. You mark it and you connect it to a straight line. Then you come in through your center back again on your point O line to impute the neck width you are working with. The neck width is derived from the proportional table. Then you raise it up by 2 cm. So the backup, I apply the backup on the bust line. This is me taking the diagonal line. I need 3 cm on that diagonal line so that our armhole will not be too deep and it will not be too high. So when you raise your neck point up by 2 cm, you come down, you come to your shoulder line and move away 2 cm from that armhole construction line. You come down from the across back line by 3 cm. So you will connect from the shoulder tip to the 3 cm on the across back line, and from there you connect to your backup. Then you give your neck a nice curve. The next I will be doing, I will go down to the hip line to apply the quarter measurement of the hip I'm working with plus 1.5 for ease. So like I said, I will come down to my hip line, that is hip depth, with the quarter measurement of the hip I'm working with, hip measurement I'm working with plus 1.5 for ease. Then you connect from your hip to your backup, and we are done with the back. So we are going to move to the front now. So for the front, the first thing we are going to do is to put down the front point O. This is me showing you. We are going to put down the front point O, which is usually 4 cm, 4.5 or 5 cm. So you are going to choose according to the size you are working with. For this one, I will be using 4 cm because I'm working for a medium size. So you draw a straight line. Then again, you are going to use the neck width you are working with to form a square. Sorry, my camera is not showing there. I just noticed it now. So I will use the neck width I'm working with to form a square. So I'm forming the square now. I'm connecting it. You are not seeing it, but I will show you after I'm done. Sorry for that. The next you are going to do is to take the measurement on the shoulder back, the shoulder slope. Yes, what you have there, you transfer it to the front. So you connect it to form the shoulder slope. So after that, you go to your bust line and move up by 4 cm for your across chest. Move away from your bust line by 4 cm to get your across chest. It's standard. Then you connect with a straight ruler. Label. The next will come in on your bust line with half measurement of the across chest you are working with. You apply it on your bust line, your across chest line, and also on that shoulder line. When you apply it, you connect the 3 dots to form a straight line. So I'm connecting the 3 dots to form a straight line. So again, you take a diagonal line. On that diagonal line, you need 3 cm as well for the back, because this is simplified bodies. The armhole for the front and the back are equal. No one is deeper than the other. So hope you can see it now. So I will curve with my armhole curve, starting from my shoulder tip to my bust line. The next is to put down the same measurements I have on my hip line at the back for my front. So I just realized that I've not applied anything on my bust line, so I need to take the measurements of what I have on my bust line at the back to also put it down for the front. This is simplified bodies. We are not doing minusing here. We are not using the subtracting method. So this is me connecting and blending, and we are through with this pattern. So this is how we are going to be cutting it. This is how we will cut it out and transfer to fabric. No waist shaping. So the next we will do is to draft our sleeve. Can you see it? This is simplified bodies, usually for anything simple, casual. So the next will be our sleeve. The next we are going to do now is to draft our sleeve. So the first thing I will do again for the sleeve is to take my top line. So the first thing I will do is to take my 2 cm top line as usual. So I'll connect. So after that, I will impute my bicep line. To get your bicep line, you simply divide the bust measurement you are working with by 6. To get your bicep line, divide the bust measurement you are working with by 6 and apply it. So this is my bicep line. The next I will do is to put down my sleeve length. It's short sleeve. So I will start from top line to put down my sleeve length. I'm connecting. After that, I will put down my armhole line. That is armhole construction line for the sleeve. And to do that, you divide the bust measurements you are working with by 4, or you measure around your armhole for the front and back pattern, add together and divide by 2. But I like doing my bust divide by 4. That is the bust measurement I'm working with, divide by 4. So I'm connecting it like a triangular form, so it's going to be like a triangle. So I will get the midpoint of the line. That is from my top line to down my bicep line. I will get the midpoint mark, move away by 1 cm. Then I will use my armhole curve to curve it so that it will look like sleeve. And we add, okay, the next again, I will go down to my sleeve length to put down the half measurement of the round sleeve I'm working with. and that is it. We are done. So don't forget you are watching Pattern Drafting with Lina. Like I said, if this is your first time of seeing me, you are welcome, and if you are a return subscriber, God bless you. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up after watching. Engage on this video, please, whether it makes sense or not. If there is any fault, let me know where the fault is coming from, so that when next I'm doing something like this, I will correct my error. Thank you. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Lina Moses, or Lina Design and Fashion Academy for my page, Lina Design and Fashion Academy for my group. God bless you. Thanks. Bye.